Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime first impression video. Today I'm going to have at least 4 videos released, so I hope you guys keep up with them. I'm excited to talk about some animes that are releasing. A lot of these animes that I'll be talking about today have already released for a few days. It's just been hard to keep up with every single one of them. I think one of them released today. So anyways, you'll see. Anyways, today we're going to talk about Date Alive season 4, which is, it's close to heart because whenever I restarted watching anime, Date Alive was just finishing up, so I watched the entire first season, and then I watched the second season when it came out, and then I ended up watching the third season, and now it's pretty much, I kind of have to watch the next season. So, not the best premises, but still enjoyable to watch. Before anything else, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. You guys can probably find some Date Alive videos here and there, older than probably a year, so you guys can see how much I've grown in this channel. And anyways, both physically and also on my opinion. So give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. That always helps the channel. And like I said, I have quite a bit of first impression videos releasing today, so if you want to catch up to all of those, make sure you're subscribing. That way you don't miss it. So Date Alive 4 continues the story of Shudo, and essentially he is still trying to date these spirits to essentially seal them and control them, and or not really control them, but seal their power where they don't cause any trouble. Now, the episode actually starts with Kurumi, and Kurumi is kind of like the villain, or not really villain, but villainish spirit that we saw in season 3, and she uses copies of her to attack this area owned by the government, and they're actually doing experiments on a actual spirit, and she frees the spirit. So Kurumi is still basically kind of on her own, doing her own thing. I kind of talked about this in Date Alive videos. There's kind of like 3 groups going on. There's the government that is essentially trying to catch the spirits to use them for their own benefit. There is the group of Shudo and Kotori and Chuoka, who are basically capturing spirits to seal them and to let them essentially live a life that they want. And then there is basically a anarchist group, because it's not really a controlled group of just spirits running around. Kurumi is our main spirit, who essentially is going and saving or freeing them from the government. So yeah, that's it, kind of in a nutshell where it's going on in the world. We quickly see a lot of new faces, but also older faces. And to be honest, we don't see enough of the girls from the previous season. We kind of see them for some of them for like a scene, and that's about it. The true part of the story is Shoto actually going and finding a girl in the street, saving her from hunger, and then finding out, one, that she is a manga artist, one that has been lost or has stopped producing manga for a while, but all of a sudden now she's here. So he helps her finish her deadline, and then finds out that she's actually a spirit. Now, her power's pretty actually powerful. She can see in the past of people, and she can also draw in her book future scenes that can possibly make people, force them to do it, right? So she is quite a powerful spirit in herself. So he obviously in his head is already thinking, I need to seal her. But Shiri knows. Shiri knows who he is. Shiri knows what he does, and he tells her, like, he tells him, well, let's go on a date, right? That's your thing. Let's see if you can seal me. And so they go on a date, and that's essentially the third part and last part of the episode, is him dating her on a Saturday. And they go and buy manga, and they have a pretty fun fun day, to be honest. She immediately knows and lets him know that she knows that Kotori is on his ear, and that she also knows that Kotori is watching them. So she's like, I know you're getting advice from them, so let's just have fun. And he does. He kind of ignores the whole advices, and really they stop advising him, and they just let them be, right? She is not really showing any sign of threat. She just wants to enjoy her life. She's been in prison for 5 years, and there's a lot of manga, a lot of anime that she's missed in those 5 years. The end of the episode is not him sealing her. Actually, there's a point where she trips and he catches her, and they're very close, and obviously they need a kiss to seal, and he is about to do it. She's like, it's not gonna work because my heart belongs only to 2D characters. And that is the end of the episode. Now, I don't know how he's gonna do it, but he needs to steal her. I personally think that he might do it under a game. I don't know why. It's a gut feeling. I feel like they're gonna play a game or RPG game and make the characters kiss, and that's gonna be how she gets sealed. I don't really know why that just came to mind, but that's my gut feeling. Or it's gonna be something like them drawing or something like that. I don't know. For now, it was a good beginning. Like I said, the only bummer of the first episode of Dead Alive 4 was that you didn't really see a lot of returning faces. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, because if you go to Dead Alive Season 3, Season 2, Season 1, he sealed a lot of girls, and there's a lot of characters to keep up with. To be honest, I wouldn't have known every single girl's names. I would have to go back and actually look up all their names. I only know the main ones because they've been there for 4 seasons. So we know that Tsuoka was the first one that he sealed, and she is really like the main love interest between him and her. So we know that she's going to come out, and she did, but not much. And then we know Kotori is his younger sister, who ended up, being in this organization, and blah blah blah. And she's also helping in the date. So we saw her, but the twins, the other girls that he sealed in season 1, 2, and 3, they're not really there. So, like I said, in a way, it's a bummer because it's not building up from what it already has. But in the other way, I think it can also be a good thing because it's also not making it too difficult to keep up with. So I don't know. I'm a little torn on this because I was excited to see returning faces. It almost seemed like this could almost be standalone, a whole separate series, and then that's probably what it is of its own. So out of 10, I'm still gonna give this one a 7.5. For a 4th season episode, it's a pretty good episode. I enjoyed it. It did well. It followed well the story. I actually, it does have ecchi scenes, but not as much as other seasons. And personally, I actually enjoyed that. I went in thinking, man, this is gonna be rough, right? Because sometimes when they don't know what to write anymore, they just add a bunch of ecchi scenes here and there, and it's just fan service left and right, and it's not enjoyable anymore, right? But this one actually did not do that. It actually went backwards and took away some of it and let it be led by the story, and I enjoyed that. So out of 10, 7.5, I think is what I believe it deserves. So let me know. Am I being too gracious? Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Go check out my other videos, my first impression videos that I have. Quite a bit of stuff that I'm being releasing here and there. So give some love. Thank you guys so much for love and support. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.